What is up, my friends? I hope everybody is having an amazing Sunday. Amazing. I just got home from church. It was so beautiful. We had a guest speaker. Whoopsies. And it was just so good. So good. All right. So you guys, y'all know I just make shit up. I just make it all up, right? Coming home from church, cursing. What's that all about? So I am making either, however you want to look at it, a gravy or a salad dressing. And I'm using acorn squash. So you could write all this down. I'm going to use butternut squash. I'm going to use 12 cloves of garlic. Yeah, you heard me. 12 cloves. The water from the poaching liquid that I used in this squash and garlic, there is 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to add to that a 1/2 cup of olive oil. Okay? Maybe not a 1/2 cup. No. Because I want to leave some space, because you know what? Things are going to go changing on me. I want to create. So now I have 1 3/4 cups of water and the olive oil, and I'm going to add in coconut milk. I want this to be so super creamy that people aren't going to know what hit them. Okay? Don't tell anybody I just licked the can, but it's for me anyways. All right, so this is about 2.5 cups of a liquid. Now, let's see if I can get this in the blender. Okay, so in here again is about 1.5 cups of water, about a 1/2 cup of olive oil, not really, and the rest. So all in all, the totals are 2.5 cups of liquid, okay? So I'm going to move this over to the side. Or into the sink. Now, what you guys don't know about me, okay? Let me get a bowl. I love garlic, okay? So, I want this to be super flavorful. In there, I roasted a whole bunch. I steamed them. I want to get the squash out first so you could see all the garlic that I just threw one in there. I may or may not use all of the squash. I'm probably not going to use it all in here. But the squash could be so many different things. Like, you guys can make sauces, hummus. You could do a gravy. You could just steam these up with whatever, pasta, whatever you want. So I had already put in there, you see all those garlic cloves? There's 12. I had already put a couple in here. So I'm going to take the rest, put it in the blender. Now, I'm sorry, there's just a little bit of water. So let's just call it all in all 3 cups of liquid. You divide it up however you want. Okay, so let's do the seasonings next. And hopefully I didn't get this wet. I did. In here as well, you want it to be super flavorful, right? So I'm adding in, it's a mixture of rosemary, fennel, basil, thyme, marjoram, and parsley and garlic. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of this because I want super flavor. I want it to also be a lot like a fall inspired food, right? Because it could be, you could turn this into a soup as well. This is pink Himalayan sea salt. I am, yeah, a little aggressive. I am going to put in here a 1/2 tablespoon. Not even kidding you. So, to now this blender, I am going to add in skin and all, acorn squash, and butternut squash. So this is probably a 1/2 small acorn squash. And I'm going to take all of the butternut squash pieces. That's not it. There's not a lot. So for the butternut squash, it's probably like a quarter of a butternut squash. And I'm going to rinse my hands off because that's a little crazy. And I'm going to turn the blender on. Now, there is a lot of squash left. So, I could definitely put this all in here, but I'm not going to. And for you guys that remember, my blender's busted. So, I got to turn it on. For me, it's not going to be creamy enough. I want it rather thick. So I'm going to probably now the equivalent of 1 whole acorn squash. So we're going to put that back in. It tastes like garlic. I got to put my hand over it. Give me a second. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so if you don't like the skin on it, you certainly don't have to keep the skin on it. But I want to show you, because it's going to go in here. Look how thick that is, right? So that is a really great consistency for that's a great salad dressing. That is amazing. Now, you could certainly use this. I'm going to put the cover back on so I don't lose, and I want to put it in here so you can see. This is how I dispense my salad dressing for the week. And look. So here's the thought that I have behind why I wanted to create a salad dressing like this. The reason I wanted to do this was for the simple fact of we always think fat is bad. Now, granted, this is probably going to be a whole 2 weeks in here. I use it as a salad dressing because, one, I think we should all enjoy the fall flavors. Acorn squash is super healthy. Garlic has a lot of antioxidants in it. The coconut milk was only a half a cup. The olive oil was short of a half a cup, not so much. And the rest is water, acorn squash, and spices. So I think we deserve to have a little bit of flavor. And we are going to enjoy fall and all of its fixings and not be concerned about what we are putting on our salad dressing because it's going to be super healthy. So don't disrespect fall. This is my mother's month, so we need to be happy about it. And these are the foods that I share with you because they've helped me achieve a weight loss and still lose. And I want you to enjoy a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of coconut milk, water, garlic, squash. It's thick, it's creamy, and it's going to satiate you where you think you are going to eat like a stick of butter. Because that squash, when you steam it, is going to be nice and creamy. Whether or not you have, which just got, there's so much left in here. Look how, look, it's super creamy, right? So you're not going to miss out on those really heavy, fattening dressings. 1 tablespoon of a lot of those other dressings are filled with chemicals, preservatives, dyes, and what you're getting in here is the absolute utmost of natural ingredients. Yes, the coconut milk came from a can, but I ain't pulping no coconut for nobody. The acorn squash, the garlic, and the water. Let's go there. It's really healthy for you. So go ahead, enjoy. I am going to be putting this on my blog today, and I am going to write down to the best of my ability all of the ingredients I used. So if you want to have the recipe as best as you can, I'm going to put it up on the blog, and I will share it to Facebook and, well, all the other social media outlets that I'm on, because there's so many people that really just want to eat healthy and be healthy and enjoy their food too. So on that note, guys, as I do and end every video in honor of my mother who lost her health, life, and the ability to be my mom 25 years ago, I want you all to know you have one life, one heart. Love it, honor it, cherish it. It is yours for life. So guys, have an amazing Sunday. I'm going to finish food prepping. I'm going to make a little salad so I can enjoy this fall-inspired acorn squash dressing, which and or could be a dip and or a gravy. So remember that, because that's you're going to see again coming up in Thanksgiving for this. So don't hold back. If you want to be also on my blog email list, get all the updates, put your email address here and or leave your comments below for what recipes you do want to see coming up for the holidays. I am your Cheryl-spiration, and I wish to do more for you. Just let me know what you need. So I love you all. Have an amazing day. Somebody wanted to come on, but that's it. That's it. Have yourself an amazing day.